Hello, good people on the interwebs. I forgot to put this part on. Disclaimer. Anywho, this is the Bad Mini Painter and figure putting together guy as well. So today, a short video. I'm working through the Legion Imperialis box set, and today I'm painting up the Solar Auxilia. Solar Auxilia? Anywho, the Malcador tanks, pretty cool. Using the same scheme as I did for the Lehman Rushes, so if you watched that video, you can skip this one, I guess. Yeah, that's good self-promotion. I am going to, in the future, I'm going to group the models together because the videos are simply just too short and the YouTube algorithm doesn't like it. Anywho, what I do for these is Dark Reaper as a base layer, and I thin it down quite a bit because I really don't want Dark Reaper to take too much attention. Is that the right word? I kind of use it as a shade, which works great with my next patent pending stabbing technique, where you take a brush with some stiff bristles on them, and you just stab the living shit out of the model. Just stab, like stab all over, and it gives a nice weathering effect thing. And my hand is in the way. I'm going to try something new to avoid the constant you can't see anything because my fat fingers are in the way. So that's in an upcoming video. We try something different. Next I go in with the Blue Horror as a dry brush. It is a dry brush, but I have a little more paint on the brush than you usually would. So the idea is to do a bit of highlighting plus to brighten everything up and to emphasize all the tiny little details. Next it's lead belcher, and that's for the tracks, belts, tracks, the cannon, all the weapons, all the metal parts. That makes sense, right? Even the exhaust. Jesus, I can't speak today. Don't record videos when you can't speak. That's just dumb. For the Lehman Rush, I used Hasnot copper, as I remember, for this part. But I wanted something a little bit brighter, so I decided to try and give Retributor armor a go. And I must admit that I think it looks just a tiny bit better. It looks better. And what I do is I add some details on the weapons. I give the drum behind. I give that a layer. And yeah, then the highlight of the decorations on the side of the tank. Just to add some kind of details. These models are tiny, and you can waste a lot of time adding details that no one will ever see, but this is actually something that people will see. Next I decide to do a highlighting with the Stormhose Silver, and that's generally just touching the tracks and the top side of everything, giving it a thin layer of it. I didn't thin it down, but I made sure that I didn't overload my brush. And it adds a bit of interest to what quickly could be a fairly boring model to look at. Finally, it's time for some washes. For all the metal, I give it a black wash by the Army Painter, and that has that lovely quality that it's it's not that heavily pigmented, so it will run into the recesses without really staining the flat surfaces. So it actually does what a wash should do, unlike non-oil that will just darken everything down. This is recesses. So that's pretty awesome. And the end result is this. It's a really easy way to get them battle ready, I think. And well, I have no shame in my little life, but I wouldn't be embarrassed by putting these models on the table. I have models I've painted where I find it kind of embarrassing, but I still play them. But these look fine. Like they're battle ready. There is a reasonable amount of interest, and yeah. By the way, pretty cool models. Anywho, that's all. It's a short video. That's why I'm going to clump some of the models together in the future. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you. If you didn't, you won't hear this, but I still appreciate the view. I mean, it's all good for the algorithm and all that good stuff. Time is valuable. We have a limited amount of it, so I appreciate it that you spend 5 minutes on listening to me rambling on. If you haven't done so already, I would be even happier if you subscribed. You don't have to click the notification. It pisses me off. But anywho, thank you for your time. See you soon.